Hi, everybody. Welcome to Stampers Club. I'm Karen Trolfa, and today I have a little bit of Christmas in July for you. Just a quick little card. You're absolutely going to love it. I'm going to show you what we're going to be playing with. Let's switch cameras here. Okay, so this is a new online exclusive. With Stampin' Up! Online exclusives mean that you can just see them online. They're not in a printed catalog anywhere. I like to just call them online extras. And one that just got released here a couple of days ago in early July is the Golden Greenery Suite. So it comes with a nice little bundle, and this die set with the matching stamp set actually has two layers of dies here. So we have some element pieces and then some images or some outlines to cut out some of the images. But some of the other fun stuff that come with this is some of this paper. So this is the Golden Greenery Designer Series paper, and it is, let me tell you, absolutely stunning in person. Has lots of pages that have this little bit of I don't know if you can see the shimmer and shine in there, but the gold is actually shiny gold. So it's like a gold foil. So this is a specialty paper. And then the other item is another item is some of the vellum. So we have this really pretty patterns of vellum, and you get 2 sheets of each. And this is like a white with like little splatter blotches all over it. And then of course the one with the pine bows. So you get 6 sheets in that. And there's also a mercury paper, which we're going to be playing with. That's also part of that suite. So let's get started with what we need in our parts and pieces. I've started out with a half of sheet of Mossy Meadow. So it's 5.5 by 8.5. And I'm going to score this at 4 1/4. And we can get a nice crisp edge there. I think I was a little bit off, but that's okay. This makes it work. So if you just kind of match up the bottoms, and then you'll be able to get this nice crisp edge here. And then the vellum, I chose to use this pattern of vellum, and like you can see this is see-through. So placing your tape is important on where you put it. You want to make sure that whatever part that you put the tape on, you're going to hide from the top. So this card is pretty much going to be covered in the middle. And it's okay to just have a small amount. You don't have to tape all the edges. A good strong tape, it's not gonna come through. But as you can see where I put that tape there. So we want to make sure that we put an image over the top of that so you can't see it. All right. There's other ways to hide adhesive on vellum, but for this purpose, we don't really need to do any of that. All right. So then this is a piece of Mossy Meadow cardstock with just one of those elements. I don't have my silicone mat, so I'm going to use a dimensional sheet just so that I don't have tape all over everything. And I just want to get this, like up off here in the corner a little bit. And then here's a piece of that mercury paper. So this is like a vellum with gold on it. So another package of paper that you can get with this suite. Of course, you can do any of your shopping over at my website at stampersclub.com. Just hit the Shop Now button. You can also sign up for my newsletter over there. I always like to send out little tutorials and share some little tidbits and, any other news that's happening, like these online exclusives that were just released, so that you don't miss out on getting some of those products. All right, so now I'm going to do a little bit of embossing. Let me get my embossing tray here. There we go. And some gold foil or gold embossing powder. And when you emboss, I'm going to use some pecan pie paper here. And then this is Versamark ink, which is just a clear ink, and it's kind of sticky. So this is really good if you want to do a tone on tone, like a little background with tone on tone. And then you just let it dry for a minute, and then it won't be sticky anymore. And I'm going to get my Christmas on there. And my Mary. Let's get that up over here. Okay, so as you can see, it's a tone on tone. So it's like a clear ink on top, so it just kind of like highlights the paper. But we're going to do some heat embossing. And with that, just going to get my powder on there because that glue or the ink is sticky. this is going to stick to it. A little flick on the back, get any excess off. Set that over there so I don't wear it or tip it all over and have it all over my room. And then with your heat tool, I'm going to grab a little clothespin just so that I don't burn my fingers. With your heat tool, you're going to want to start on the back side of the paper. I do this because the paper tends to curl slightly when you heat it, and I want to have it end up flat. So I'm warming the back side, and then I'll flip it over and warm the front side. So what's going to happen here is this, see if I can get the light right. What's going to happen here is this is going to get shiny. See how this is shining? I'm going to stop and turn that noise off. So you can see where there's like, it's kind of dull. That's where it's still just powder. And where it's shiny is where the powder melted. So this is like magic almost. And you just hold that heat gun over there and then the whole thing turns shiny. But by starting on the back side, your paper will go back flat. All right. And let me get some of my Stamp Room diamonds, my little dimensionals over here. Let's get these on. Let's see, I probably need about 4. That should be plenty. Can always use more. They are pretty inexpensive. Not near as much as real diamonds are. Okay, so then this I'm just going to put kind of in the center here, but just a little bit to the right. There we go. All right, so let me get some very vanilla paper and daffodil ink. And I'm going to do my little bells. I put them both on the same block just to keep things simple, huh? You don't always have to have every stamp on its own block. And then this is a 2-step. So I'm going to add pecan pie. And that's going to go right over the top like that. Flip that one around. And do the same thing here. Put that right over the top. Perfect. Get that out of my way. Let me get my little boss here. The mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And the 2 bell dies. So we need a little bell here. That looks good. Not anymore. And the big bell here. That looks good. Let me fix this one here. Get a piece of this tape. This is Post-it note tape. You can buy that just about anywhere. Amazon works. Pretty sure I just ordered mine on Amazon. And that one. And then when you line this up, if you start with the base plate, the clear plate, just a little bit offset like that, and then the top plate a little bit offset a little bit more, it will slide through your mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss very smoothly. You won't have where it's like the plates are trying to slide apart from one another. It'll just glide right in there. It's tight because this is a narrow machine. So this keeps everything, because it's so narrow, it makes it really tight to get in there, which means you're going to get a really good cut. Let's get that out of there. Don't need that trash. Don't throw your die away again like you did before. And then your husband empties your trash out. That didn't work out so well for me. I'm going to get a little dimensional for the back side of this bell. Because I want to, can't pick it up. I want to layer it up on this one a little bit. There we go. And then I'm going to get another one for the back side of that bell. And I'm going to kind of put it off. I'm going to put it off to the side here. I'm going to cover that little hole that die made. You won't even see that. And then some ribbon. Get a, this also comes in this sweet. It's got like a texture to it, almost like a velour, but it's not quite a velour. It's like just a brushed. It's a nice little thin cream ribbon. Get my little bunny ears here. Tie my 2 loops together. You hold the center. Keep your ribbon flat. You can pull one tail, switch and do the other tail. I want kind of a small bow. Now if you kind of hold them like that, you get that there. Let me get some scissors. Trim that one a little bit. And then glue dots. If you put the ribbon onto the glue dot, you don't have to touch it. And it comes right up and it stays stuck there right on the back side of there. And you don't have to have it all over the place with you. All right, I think I'm going to trim that tail just a little bit more. I didn't want it up that far. All right, and I got a small strip of soft seafoam and Mossy Meadow ink. And my other greeting and Happy New Year. I'm going to do Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I think I got enough ink on that block. Happens. All right, I'm going to just give that a little cut off there and a little cut off there. Let's put that away. And we'll get a couple of dimensionals on here. Did I get that backing off? Yeah, I did. All right, and then we're just going to put that right along the bottom here. Perfect, right? So I may have this on my blog where you can get the dimensionals over at stampersclub.com. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the little bell for the notifications so that you can see other Christmas in July cards as I get them made. Let me switch cameras here so I can talk to you. I want to talk to you. All right. So you guys, like I said, you can pop on over to stampersclub.com. I have lots and lots and lots of tutorials and little ideas that for you to kind of play with. You can always subscribe to my newsletter there, but don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the little bell so you get the notifications. And you guys all have a stamp happy day. Bye now.